Five most abused substances by people who are ADHD. And I share this because I got diagnosed ADD originally, re-diagnosed ADHD at 17. This is back in the 90s. I wish I would have known these five substances. We struggle with a lot with ADHD. And here is why. Number five is benzos like Xanax and Ativan and Klonopin. And the reason is a lot of times when it comes to ADHD, we do struggle with anxiety. These two kind of go hand in hand in some senses. Also, even when it comes to ADHD meds, we can struggle a lot with anxiety. And a default medication that can get prescribed to us is Xanax. We love the calming feeling of Xanax. Xanax and Ativan and these do not cancel out our ADHD meds. It does lessen the effect of both, but they can actually be taken together. And it is something that people with ADHD can get to the point of abusing because it slows us down so much. Number four is nicotine. Nicotine, smoking, vaping, Zens, all this stuff. The reason that people with ADHD struggle with smoking and nicotine so much is that it is a silent stimulant. And nicotine's a silent stimulant. Silent stimulants actually help calm anxiety. And again, when you have ADHD, one of your sides is that you do struggle with anxiety. Part of the medication is struggling with anxiety. It helps us with our breathing. There's a lot of negative self-medicating when it comes to nicotine. Number three is alcohol. Alcohol makes us feel normal. It slows down our central nervous system. It takes rid of the inner dialogue. It helps with dopamine. There's so much when it comes to alcohol that it is one of the most unhealthy coping tools. And it is something that most people with ADHD can easily struggle with when it comes to alcohol addiction. Number two is cocaine. Cocaine produces a massive amount of dopamine. And the stigma always around cocaine is that people are bouncing all off the walls, man, and they're just going crazy. Well, with ADHD, stimulants work different for us. So it slows us down. We can actually function a lot easier on a stimulant than a non-stimulant. So it is something with people with ADHD that gives you this whole new feeling of actually almost in this weird sense feeling control over your brain because of how our brains work with dopamine. Number one, crystal meth. Crystal meth produces more dopamine than anything else out there. And that is what makes it so dangerous for people who are ADHD, because instead of going to an ADHD med that doesn't produce the same amount of dopamine by any means that crystal meth does, we go an unhealthy self-medicating route because it makes us feel normal. We don't want that feeling to disappear. Again, it helps us focus in. And these are why we fall victim to these a lot of times if we're not aware. And it is something that I wish I would have known sooner because I struggled a lot of my life with alcohol and cocaine addiction. And the more that you know, the more that you understand, these are possible pitfalls, and to be aware, because that's half the key of overcoming so much of this.